some people may truly seem to be naturally gifted, yes, we can't deny that. It does not automatically make them leaders. Welcome to another episode of the Empowerment of Purpose podcast, where we inspire individuals to discover, develop, and to deploy their God given purpose. A new series that we are in is the relevance of experience. The relevance of experience. This one is subheaded Leadership is Built Through Process. Today's episode is subheaded Leadership is Built Through Process. You see, in the last episode, we asked the question: are leaders truly born and not made? Because that's a discussion, and it has always been through history. As we all know, some people are of the opinion that leadership is in their blood, or that they were born already, born to lead. That's the norm. That's what some people believe. And as we said, that even though some people may truly seem to be naturally gifted, yes, we can't deny that. It does not automatically make them leaders. That's the truth. They are naturally gifted. They have everything that is pointing to that direction, that winning that argument. Yes, winning the argument that this seems to be born ready to lead, but it doesn't make them leaders. You see, leadership is influence. It is not the title or authority. It is the grace and the ability of anyone to influence and to impact other people in a positive way for the greater good. And that is what it's all about at the end of the day. That is the whole gist. That is the whole purpose. That grace and that ability, it comes through experience. And that's why we are looking at this series, the relevance of experience. It comes through experience, through those experiences that we pick up along the way as we journey through life. Service is therefore an important aspect of leadership because it is influence. It is what you gain as a result of serving, other people. And so that makes service to be an important aspect of leadership. To lead, you must be ready to serve. So this norm that I was born ready, born to lead, and you haven't served anyone, you haven't served in any capacity, there is no such thing as being born to lead, as being born a leader. Service is so important if you must lead. You need to serve others so you can lead them. Yes, it's as a result of you serving others that you can lead them. And as you are serving, those skills not only develop, but they multiply. I love that. As you serve, the skills will develop. Not only will they develop, they begin to multiply. And so it is safe to say that leadership multiplies itself by developing others. Leadership multiplies itself by developing other people. In addition, we must understand that this leadership thing begins from the home. Yes, my friend, don't just look at it from the workplace perspective only. Don't just look at it from the government administration or politicians angle only. It begins right from the home. And this is why when we talk about leadership and you begin to understand that it begins from home, you would then begin to see parents becoming leaders within their families. Yes, parents will become leaders within their families as they serve and show children responsibility through nurturing and good guidance. Yes, that's leadership. And when you leave the home, you see teachers lead in the classroom as they begin to show students how to be responsible, serving them. Pastors in the congregation will begin to lead. Entrepreneurs will begin to lead in their businesses, and community volunteers will begin to lead initiative. Can you see it? It begins from the home, right from inside the home. Before we get to the community, before we get to the politicians, before we get to the government and any administration, there is hardly anyone who began as experts when it comes to leadership. Most of us, if not all of us, we all grow through experience. We grow into leadership through experience. I want you to consider someone who perhaps is just starting a small business. Yes, just starting a small business. Initially, they may only know how to perform the work, but as the company grows, they must then begin to learn how to hire, motivate, coach, train people, resolve disagreements, and maybe inspire even a team of people. Their leadership would then begin to grow and expand from within them, begin to expand to the teams that they begin to put together, to the individuals they begin to bring together, and the teams that they begin to develop and expand. And if they are intentional about the development, it begins to grow even much bigger. The same will apply to ministry. The same will apply in a family setting. The same applies to every sphere of influence. And so, leadership, as the title of this particular episode suggests, it is built through process. You don't just wake up one day and become a leader. It is built through process. Even God often developed leaders through uncomfortable seasons, through uncomfortable circumstances. Sometimes it might be through waiting, sometimes through disappointment, sometimes through criticism, sometimes through failure. Can I tell you something? Difficult seasons are often leadership classrooms. Let me say that again. Difficult seasons are often leadership classrooms. I love that because the leader who has endured hardship will often develop greater compassion. Yes, any leader who learn hardship will have great compassion for others as they begin to lead them, as they begin to serve them. The leader that receives correction, I can guarantee you, will become a wise leader. Any leader who receives correction becomes a wise leader. And let me add this, any leader who has experienced failure become more humble. Yes, because they would have learned some lesson in their failure. Leadership isn't merely about authority. It is about maturity, about maturity. It is about maturity. So the question is today, can anyone become a leader? Great question. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes, without a doubt. But not everyone will become a CEO, a president, or a pastor. What we know is that everyone has influence. Remember, leadership is influence, and everyone has influence. And influence is leadership. So, the parent will influence their children. Friends can influence their friends. Employees can influence their peers, their co workers. Students can influence their classmates, and on like that, because influence is leadership and leadership is influence. So, my friend, the question isn't whether you are leading or if you can lead. The question rather is what kind of leader you are becoming through the experiences you are picking up along the way as you journey through life. In the next episode, we will be going through how you can grow your leadership. Thank you for joining. See you on the next episode.